everybody, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be a get ready with me mixed with a Q&A. I have a ton of questions here to answer that I've screenshotted on my phone, and I'm just going to go through them. You guys asked a lot of really good questions on my last video, but I also thought that I would do a get ready with me because I used to film makeup videos and hair videos and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm just sitting here doing my makeup and we're going to answer some questions. So the first one said, what is one thing that you have learned from having UC? Do you have any advice for someone suffering with constant flare-ups as far as diet goes? That's from Kim. I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name. So, anything I learned from having UC, I would say I don't know. I kind of regret, I don't know if not all of you know, but I was never on any medication for my ulcerative colitis. One, I didn't really want to be. Two, I never really needed to be. My ulcerative colitis was really mild. My doctor never thought I needed to be on medication, like infusions or anything like that. And what ended up sparking the decline of my colon was I was diagnosed with a disease called HSP, where it basically is another autoimmune disease, but this one attacks these small blood vessels in your legs, your joints, and your GI tract. So when that flared up and I was diagnosed with that, my colon was already had been so attacked that, because I was in a flare at that time, had been so attacked that having more attack, it couldn't handle it, and that's when it declined. My doctors have also said that me being on medication, this probably still would have happened anyways. So, as far as learning anything from having UC, I don't really know. It definitely built up my, emotional health stamina. Another girl asked, Lauren, said, what's your favorite color? I felt like being different. People always laugh when I say this. My favorite color is white. I just love the color white. I think it's fresh. I think it's bright. I also really, really like navy blue. Pink. I have a lot of favorite colors. I really like all the colors except for warm. I don't like yellow. I don't like orange. I don't like red. Even though I'm wearing red right now. My question is from Alyssa, do you feel better about yourself? There's another question in this, but I'll answer this one first. I don't know in what ways. Now that I don't have a bag, yes, I feel better about myself. I'm not self-conscious about the way that I look anymore. I do. I feel better about myself, and I'm sorry if that offends some of you with a bag, that I feel better without one. I mean, I was confident with the bag. And I've said this before, but had they told me that I couldn't have gotten a J pouch, I would have been okay. I would have been sad, but it wouldn't have been the end of the world. While I didn't love having a J pouch, or while I didn't love having an ostomy, I didn't hate it either. Her other question says, and a lot of people asked this in different ways, basically, are you going to have kids? What's your plan with a family? Can you have children? How does having no colon or rectum and having your intestines rerouted affect pregnancy? So when I went in for my consult to get the J pouch and do all this surgery, the first thing out of my mouth was, how is this going to affect me having children? And he was honest, and he was like, it might make it a little bit harder for you to conceive because you, the more surgeries you have, whether it's intestinal or not, any surgery, it creates scar tissue. And when you have this much scar tissue in your abdomen, it just causes things called adhesions. And you can get adhesions in your fallopian tubes, which are it just is an adhesion, an adhesive. It sticks those together. And in your fallopian tubes, which can block off ovulation. So I just kind of said, I want this surgery. If having children, biological children, isn't in the plan for me then that's what's just going to happen. So I do have a higher rate of infertility but once I get pregnant, he said it's a normal pregnancy. Like, I mean, I have heard that it does increase your need to go to the bathroom. Like, you might have to go more often, but that's also with normal pregnant women. I'm sure any pregnant woman out there can attest to she probably went to the bathroom a little bit more than when she wasn't pregnant, only because you have something else in there taking up space. And then the other question was, do you want children? Yeah, of course. I have always wanted to be a mom. That is like one of my lifelong dreams, is to be a mom. And so that's obviously not in the cards for me right now, considering I don't have a boyfriend and I'm also 22 and in school. But yeah, eventually I want kids, so I want like a ton though, so I don't know. The next question said, I'm sorry I didn't understand why you need to go to the bathroom 5 or 6 times a day. What's the difference between the J pouch and normal way people go to the bathroom? A lot of people ask this question too. Or she said, do you not have control of your anus like before? That's from Turny Tom Tom. The reason you go, and once I explain it, people are going to be like, oh, duh. But you just don't think about it at first. The reason I go 5 or 6 times a day is because I have half of the digestive system that you have. So a colon is 5 feet long. So I'm missing 5 feet of my digestive system. So things are gonna go through you quicker, and the colon is what slows down your stool and really like, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess it slows it down because it's pooling all the fiber and the water from your food and from your stool. So that's why I go to the bathroom more often. I mean, it doesn't affect me, to be honest with you. I don't even really notice it. It's just normal. A lot of people ask about urgency. So basically it just feels like I kind of have to fart, and I can push that off for a while. Like, I can sit there and be like, oh, I gotta like poop in a little bit. It's just like how you go to the bathroom. You can push it off for a while, but eventually you're just gonna have to go to the bathroom. The next question said, oh wait, did I miss one? Shit. Oh, someone asked, how long did you have your bag? I had my bag from February 20th to August 28th, so that was 6 months and 1 week. Oh, was I embarrassed at first that I had an ostomy bag? Oh yeah, I would go out in public and say to my mom, Mom, they're looking at my bag. And she'd be like, Emily, no, they're not. I was really self-conscious at first about my bag, but then I kind of just got used to it. But it does make noise. You fart out of your ostomy bag, like you fart out of your stoma, because that's where the gas is going out of. And so that would be embarrassing because you can't control it, you know? So that's kind of embarrassing, but you can't really do anything about it. That's one thing I don't miss about the bag, is the farting. She also asked, did it make you stronger since you had to go through it? Oh yeah, duh. Like, I think that that's a no-brainer. Of course it made me stronger. A lot of what I went through, I didn't share. I mean, the constant pain and stuff. So, yeah. I mean, of course it made me stronger. I cannot find my eyeliner. What is going on? There it is. Okay, next question. How do you stay so happy and positive all the time? That is from another Alyssa. I guess a couple things. One, I don't know. I'm just a really positive person. I always have been. I'm going to zoom you in so I can do my eyeliner. I always have been a really positive person. Second of all, I am a Christian. So I think that having God to lean on and having Jesus Christ as my savior has really helped. So that's that. This was a really good question, and actually one that I asked when I got my J pouch was, will this J pouch last a lifetime, or will you have to go through surgery again? Because I am only 22. I turned 23 in like 2 weeks, but I asked my surgeon, I need this to last me like 60 years. And he said that there should be no problem. I've seen tons of people who have had J pouches for 20 plus years. Eventually I may have incontinence, which is like the inability to hold your stool, but that kind of happens with old age anyways, with older people. So yeah. Another person asked, So if you have your colon removed and have an ostomy bag, what happens to your butthole? A lot of people ask this question. If you choose to have an ostomy for the rest of your life, they sew up your butthole. It's called a Barbie butt. But if you have a J pouch, your J pouch is there. So yeah, if you have an ostomy for the rest of your life, they sew your butthole shut. Next question was, do you control when you're able to use the bathroom now that you're about a month out from surgery? Yes. So, at first, I didn't have trouble holding it. It was just learning how long I could hold it for until I, like, needed to go to the bathroom. So that was different, and I did wear diapers for a little bit. Some people have incontinence at night. I never struggled with that. Like, I never had accidents at night, but I still wore a diaper. So, but now I don't. Now I never wear a diaper out. So, hope that answers your question, Chelsea. Next question. Why did you get the J pouch? I don't understand why you had a second stoma and now you don't have one anymore. So, it's hard to explain, and I know that you guys aren't going to understand unless you really understand a J pouch. Like, it would take me like a 15-minute video to explain the process of getting a J pouch. But basically, they have to make a second stoma. Like, not a second one. Like, I didn't have two, but another stoma, because they've now pulled part of that small intestine. Before, the end of my small intestine is what was sticking out of my stomach. But when I had the J pouch, they had to pull that small intestine down, make that pouch, and attach it to my butthole, and then they had to use a piece farther up for the stoma to kind of divert the poop while that J pouch was healing. So basically, this is my stomach. The stoma went out, poop would come out, and then it would go back in, and my J pouch would be down here, if that makes sense. So it's called a loop because it kind of like makes a loop. But an end stoma is just the end of your small intestine. So I hope that that makes sense. But I decided to get the J pouch because I knew that if I didn't, I would always wonder what if. And I can't handle what if. I have anxiety. What if doesn't work for me? So, I also didn't really want a bag, to be honest. The bag isn't the worst thing in the world, but I didn't want it. And I knew that a J pouch could be really successful. I knew that a surgeon wouldn't recommend it to me, especially Dr. Adette. I really trust her. She wouldn't recommend me to get a J pouch if she didn't think I was a good candidate for it. So in the end, I am, for now at least, really happy with the J pouch. Next question is, do you know when you have to use the restroom? So I kind of said, this is from Morgan. I kind of said this. Yeah, it just kind of feels like I have to fart, and then the urges come more and more quickly, like more and more frequently, like you would normally to go to the bathroom. Which, yes, I know you're gonna ask. Yes, I can fart. I just can't do it standing up because it's all gravity, and so there's no muscle in there holding in poop. Like, your rectum is your muscle that holds in poop. I don't have, my only muscle holding in poop is my anal sphincter. And so, that I can't fart standing up, but I can fart sitting down or laying down. Sometimes I will have a little bit of leakage and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta go to the bathroom when I fart. But most of the time I just relieve myself on the toilet. So it's never been like a huge issue of like, whatever. This may be a weird, I don't know what their name is. This may be a weird question, but where do you pee? A lot of people ask this. So there's actually something called a urostomy where your urine goes out. I'm not quite sure what sticks out. Like, is it your ureter or what sticks out? But, like as far as a stoma, but I do know that, so no, I pee out my ureter, my urethra. Samantha asked, because I mentioned in my last video about Tyler, who was my ex that a lot of you know, I guess you've heard of him. How and why did you and Tyler break up? I actually think I'll quickly answer this, but I'm actually going to do a video all on breakups because now I've gone through another breakup. I'm really becoming an expert. Anyways, we broke up last October, officially, like a year ago, but I don't consider us really broken up until January because we were still seeing each other. We were still sleeping together. We were still living together up until mid-November of last year. So, why did we break up? I was just unhappy. We broke up in October because I was unhappy, and I kind of wanted to see if he would fight for me, and he didn't. Well, then we were still seeing each other, and then in January, I came to him and I was like, okay, like, I want to fix this. Let's get back together. Like, we're seeing each other all the time anyways, whatever. And he had already started seeing somebody. So, yep. This is the last question that I'm going to answer, and this question I really sat on for a minute and thought about because it really does mean a lot to me. Do you have a favorite moment while you were in the hospital after your surgery? She talks about throwing up poop, which I have done before. It's like come all back up. But my real favorite moment through all of this, and I'm gonna get emotional. It's hard for me not to get emotional talking about any of this, but I had a really good ICU staff. Greg and Tori and Christine were all really, really great and very supportive. Tori had gone through a very traumatic event herself, so she understood. She was young too, and so she understood what it was like to, you know, go through this so young and be really scared. And she was kind of alone too when she went through it. And then Greg was my day ICU nurse, and he was very supportive. I've actually seen him. I should go back and see them, but I've seen him since my surgeries and stuff, and he's been very supportive, and he's really kind and just a really great caretaker. He's in the right field. And then Christine actually had a 16-year-old daughter, so she was kind of like a mom figure during all of this, and she would hold my hand and, you know, kind of help me through it all. So that has been my favorite part, was the ICU nurses and staff that really, and seeing, you know, I guess my favorite part of it all is seeing these people see me thrive. You know, Dr. Audet has literally seen me this entire time, and it's been really great to, you know, kind of go through such a traumatic experience and have such a weird connection to these people. They're not just my doctors and my nurses, you know, they're basically family. They really cared for me and saved my life, and so that has been. Another funnier one is, my favorite part is when I have to see Dr. Galusha, because that man is fine as wine. He is a general surgeon on base, and he is very cute. Every time I have to see him, I'm like, so annoying. Anyways, so that's my Q&A, and now my makeup is done, but I need to put on lipstick. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any more videos. And yeah, leave video suggestions down below for me, because I do want to mix in ostomy videos and just regular videos. So I'm going to be doing a video dealing with breakups. My friends and I want to do like a drunk get ready with me, and so that's really fun. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see that aren't ostomy related, and I would love to do this for you. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!